Welcome to Boating Journey. I'm Scott and she's Allie. We own 2 boats in the Pacific Northwest, but have recently found ourselves boatless after moving to southern Florida. We moved to be closer to different boating opportunities in the Caribbean, our favorite boating destination. Our goals are to explore the Florida waters, bring you some new boat tours, and hopefully find our next boat. So come along and follow us on our boating journey.
Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are not new, it's great to see you again.
Welcome back.
So a few months ago, a Sea-Tow Foundation challenged us on Instagram to do how fast can you put on your life preserver. And we actually did it very fast, and they sent us some great gifts. And we got the idea at that time to see if these are actually even gonna, or if they're still good.
If they're still good. They're about 7 years old. We bought them when we got our first boat. And
you're supposed to have them serviced.
Serviced probably once a year, probably. But down here in Florida, we've had trouble finding a place that will actually service them.
And let's talk about what kind. There's all different kinds of life jackets. These PFDs are the type that when you get in the water, they are supposed to auto-inflate.
This is from Crewsaver.
So what they're nice about them is that they're unlike the orange ones. They're not bulky as you're trying to move around lines and go to the boat. But they do have to be serviced. There's like a little cartridge somewhere.
Yeah, a little cartridge inside.
And
there's a manual pull tab in case the cartridge doesn't go off, kind of like on the life preservers on an airplane.
Yep. So Scott is going to be the daring one to go into the water today, because I wasn't about to get in there and have that thing explode on me. And if it doesn't go off, are you going to then try to pull the...
Yeah, I'll see that and see if it works, and we'll find out if it needed to be serviced or not. I mean, like you said, we're probably just going to throw these away now. We'll just get a new one. Old. We'll get new ones when we get a new boat, new to us boat, and we'll go from there. So,
you ready to try this on?
Sure, why not?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, ready? Let's go. Okay, wait. Before we see what happens with this, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of review the different types of PFDs, personal flotation devices. There are actually 5 different types of PFDs. The first 3, most people are familiar with. There's type 1, and that's going to be used mostly for offshore sailing, boating, when you're not near a quick rescue opportunity. It's designed to actually flip over the wearer. So if you are unconscious, it's designed to flip you over so that you can be breathing and your face is above the water. There's type 2, which is similar to type 1. However, it's not truly designed to flip over an unconscious wearer. So it may flip you over, it may not flip you over. It's also designed really when you're more inland and closer to rescue opportunities. And finally, there's type 3, which again, the bright orange type that most people are familiar with. It's probably the most basic of the PFDs. It does have foam filled. It does have an opportunity to blow it up manually. And it's really designed for when you're close to shore, and if you're in the water, you have an opportunity to get out of the water quickly, back into your boat, what have you. There's type 4, which most people are very familiar with. They are what we know as throwable devices. You're either going to see a square, you may see a rescue ring, a life ring, a horseshoe, things that can be thrown into the water to the participant. Obviously, the person has to be conscious in order to use them, but they're not really designed for long-term flotation. It's really just designed to get a quick flotation device to a person so they can be rescued and be brought back on board safely. And the final category of PFDs is type 5, and that's the category in which this particular PFD falls. There are 3 different types of type 5. There are the special uses, there's automatic, and then there's the hybrid inflation model. This one happens to be a hybrid inflation model. That's because it can either be manually inflated, or it can be automatically inflated, or it can be hydrostatically inflated. What do all those mean? Manual, there is a blow tube in here that allows you to blow up the PFD if necessary. automatically you can pull the pull tab here and it will go ahead and pierce the CO2 canister and fill up the PFD for your safety. And then finally hydrostatically, meaning that there is a valve in here that when submerged in 4 inches of water, the water pressure will actually cause that valve to pierce the CO2 canister and automatically inflate the PFD. The benefit of a hydrostatic model is the fact that it can get wet all day long. I can hose this down all day long and it'll never inflate. However, once it's in 4 inches of water, the valve will automatically open and the CO2 canister will inflate the PFD for your safety. But what I'd like to know is kind of what's going on in here. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's start with the outside. If we see on the outside here, we have the description of what this is, what size it is, what it's rated for. We have all the warnings on this particular label. We have a tamper seal here, which is important to remove, and you'll see that in a moment. You have your buckles here, and you also have an adjustment. But what's more important is let's look at what's inside this. I want to see how it operates. So let's take a look at what's inside here. So there is just a basic zipper that goes around here. We can open this up. If I open this up, pull this tab so we can go ahead and go around. Perfect. I fold this open and we can see the inner workings of the PFD. I can start on this side. First thing that we see when we open this up, we have a manual blow tube. The manual blow tube is designed in the instance that the CO2 cartridge goes off or does not go off. You can manually blow into this tube, much like they have on an airline PFD. Also, should the CO2 go off and there happens to be a leak in your PFD, you can continue to blow into it to inflate it using the manual tube. Also, you'll find a whistle that's attached next to the manual tube. You can use that to call for help. And there's reflective tape throughout the PFD to help your rescuers find you in the water. As we come back around through the collar, again, it will inflate around your neck. And there's also instructions here on how to service your PFD. One thing we had mentioned earlier is that, we're having trouble with people servicing or finding people to service the PFDs here in South Florida, West Marine and other scuba shops. And it's mainly because what we found since is that you can actually go on Amazon and buy replacement kits. They will include a new CO2 cartridge as well as the hydrostatic valve sensor so that when you're under water 4 inches, it will automatically inflate. And that's what we're going to find over here on this side. So as I pull this open, we will see our CO2 canister. It will tell you when it was last serviced. You'll see the hydrostatic valve here. That will indicate when you're 4 inches underwater. It will puncture the CO2 canister, which will then inflate the PFD. If for some reason that does not work, you can go ahead and pull on the ripcord, and the ripcord will then go ahead and manually open up the CO2 canister as well. Once that's done, then you should be floating safely. And I think you'll see that here shortly. So let me go ahead and close this up. Put the zipper back on. It's actually fairly easy to do. So we may still keep these and service them ourselves, but we'll see. Tuck that in here, zip around, take that through here. Make sure you don't pinch anything. Come back through here, continue zipping till you get to the bottom. And there you go. Very interesting. Who knew? Fairly simple design, but very much a lifesaver, no pun intended. But hey, Enough of this. Let's go get wet. Okay, let's go.
He's way more daring than me.
I'm just kind of going in slow because I'd be curious to know at what level does it actually pop. I don't know, it's probably going to scare the hell out of us. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Well, that is scary.
Well, that worked.
Yeah.
I think it's going to need service now. But yeah, I can see where, yeah, this is making me float. It would definitely keep you up and safe if you fell off your boat. So,
Well, and considering that is 6-7 years old, that's impressive. Okay, I want to look at this thing just a little closer. So this is your manual pull.
Yep.
And then this is what to inflate if you were breathing.
I believe so.
And this is a clip then to.
I'm not sure what the clip is for. Oh, it's a whistle.
Oh, it's a whistle.
That's a whistle. I think.
Yeah, that's probably a whistle. And then this is to inflate it on your own.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is impressive. The zipper got, pulled apart and everything, and that's very cool. Dang.
Yeah, so let's
Scared the heck out of me.
compare that to this one. This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
I just noticed too that it's got reflectors here. And then we found out the date on this canister is actually filled on 2015. So this is actually 8 years old.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Well, if you like this video, give it a 2 thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. And if you know anywhere to get these things serviced in South Florida, let us know about that as well. Make sure you subscribe, let your family and friends know, and we'll see you next time.